Mailbag number 5. Responses to some of the comments from the MBCA videos. So I've got my my comments page open right here on YouTube, and I was looking at some of the comments that I got, and so I wanted to just read a few of the things that you guys said or asked. So let's see here. Is this Dimitri? It is Dimitri. Dimitri is a friend of mine from, well, he lives up in Maine. He has a 240D, a 250S, a 300 at an hour that his family's had for a long time. So Dimitri's a real dyed-in-the-wool Mercedes enthusiasm. So anyway, he says, I'd rather do something completely to my dislike, like weld in some new rocker panels when there are completely rust-free cars being crushed, than deal with 1 hour of haggling and arguments over absolutely mundane stuff. So what he's referring to is dealing with the national board procedures of the MBCA. And, you know, it is kind of like that. I can empathize with that comment because when I presented my technical supplement to them a few years ago, it was like all they did was argue. An argument ensued. And when there's an argument, and it means that people aren't working towards the same goal. So yeah, I hate working with people who aren't working towards the same goal, at least when you're welding metal and you're progressing towards a goal. So Dimitri says, I get 4 mediocre magazines and not much else. It is not worth the price of admission. It's $55 a year, by the way, Dimitri, not 60 or 75. And there are 6 magazines, but unfortunately, I know that the Star magazine looks really pretty, but I just don't have any interest in reading them. They just don't really do it for me. Another person, so Kermit asked, imagine if the real Kermit the Frog drove a 240D, a green 240D, a Caledonia green 240D. Wouldn't that be his car? Anyway, one of our user handles borrowed Kermit's name. One of our subs borrowed Kermit's name. So he asked if it's a club for the elite or just for Mercedes Benz owners in general. Well, you know, it is for everybody, but while it is priced like a club for everybody at $55 a year, which is compatible with other car clubs, I think some people in there think that they're better than everybody else for being in it. And I remember our old section president used to put membership to this club. Membership to a club has its privileges. That couldn't be more true than in this case, or something ridiculous like that. I'm like, why? So you have a Christmas party every year? You know? Nope, sorry. I do appreciate that in this post, Doug Giganto commented. Doug is actually an RD, a Mercedes Benz Club RD. So Doug, I appreciate you watching. Thanks. And then, who else did I think that left a very good comment that I thought meant a lot? Clay Monroe says, you go, Pierre. MBCA is losing focus about how to remain relevant to members. So says it in a nutshell, Clay is actually a member from what I understand. Some people think, my buddy Steve Campbell seems to think that fighting the MBCA old guard is the wrong thing to do. Well, I don't really advocate fighting, Steve. It's not a fight. I'm just trying to get everybody on the same page so that they realize what the problem is, so that they can work towards solving the problem. In order to solve the problem, you have to get everybody to recognize what the problem is so that you can work towards it. I don't believe in just wiping the entire slate clean and starting over. That's not the best way to do things. That's what people do when they buy a new car, and inevitably they end up with more problems. Dwight Larson says I should start a tech club and the rest will follow. You know, I agree. I should, but then there's the amount of work that's involved. I don't really have the extra time to do this as much as I'd like to. The shop already keeps me busy about 80 hours a week. And you know, when I have a day off, I stay home and take a nap. That's how bad my life is outside of work. But you know, if there were enough people that wanted to do this, I'd be happy to assist. What I don't want are a bunch of egotists running it so that we end up with another MBCA. So I don't know if any of you used to be members and then lapsed and then rejoined because of my efforts, but I really do appreciate it. We actually do give MBCA members a discount in the shop. So there's that. You know, the membership pays for itself after you have 11 hours of work done here. I think that's better value than some things like the magazine. Anyway, if you wanted me to read one of your comments and it got missed, just let me know. You know the drill. Please like, share, and subscribe for notifications. Try to remember that we need a Mercedes-Benz Club of America. Maybe not the way it exists now, but we need one so that MBUSA knows that we have these cars. So please include in the comments, you know, what you think could be different or what would make a car club appealing to you. And thank you again for all of our Patreon members for supporting us. Enjoy driving your Mercedes-Benz. And thank you for subscribing. I think we are gaining now like something like 50 subscribers a day. So thank you so much. Number keeps going up every time I see it. Cheers.